Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful Thursday out here. It's about 60 degrees outside and sun shining. It feels great, and we have got a job out here today. This one's going to get a little interesting. I'm hopeful I can get everything done today. It's going to get a little cramped. It's going to get a little tight. It's going to get a little wonky. But I'm hopeful we can get most of this done. So I've been subbed out by a landscaper to come in here and basically rough out a whole bunch of just track junky stuff that the owner wants gone. The landscaper doesn't want to have to do it all by hand, so he's hired me to come in here and just get as much as I can with the excavator. And then whatever's left, they'll come in and do by hand. They don't mind doing some of it by hand, they just don't want to do all of it by hand. So that's where I come in to just do as much as I can and make their life a little bit easier. And so let's just take a look at what we got, what we're using, what we got, and we'll get started. All right, got a little munch out here. Got the TMC Kinsella THI 75, and so here's what we've got here. So we got a house over here and a house over here. Now the house over here is who we're working for. This ditch right here is the property line, so I got to come through here. I'm gonna cut this backside first. I got a light pole. I think that's cable up there. That's a cable. Well, I think it's cable. It goes over to the house, and it doesn't go to a meter, so I'm pretty sure it's cable. But regardless, I don't want to get involved with that. But I'm going to try to reach over, basically starting from about right here, and cut as much of this crap back as I can. And then there's not a whole lot of access between that fence right there and this side. I can get in there a little bit, but I might have to cut a lot of this from either this side or from the other side of that fence over there. We got to go all the way down to the river, and then we got to get a little bit of stuff on the back side over there, and then maybe grub out a few crappy azaleas, grind them up too. I don't have the tooth bucket. I got the smooth bucket, but it should be enough. Get what we can. So that's what we got to do. So a little landscaping job with a little munch. And if you guys like what you're seeing with this TMC Kinsella, you can always contact my friends over at CC Equipment. They're a full line dealer of all this awesome TMC Kinsella stuff. Any size excavator, skid steer, PTO tractor, mini skid, we got it all. So that's what we got to do. So check them out. Link and phone number in the description, and you can check them out. So without further ado, let's get started. I think I see some squirrels back there about to run for their lives, so you guys better, oh yep, there they go. Yeah, they're running. You guys better bug out. people learn to think of it now. Right here, down here by the river, try to open up this view. There's a lot of wisteria in here. Good gosh, I have hit wisteria. back on my butt end here so I'll climb up this hill a lot easier. I'll stick the boom out. Little trick there. Leverage me back up the hill. There we go. I'll go ahead and put my blade down. And now we'll keep cutting. So I need to back up a little bit. Oh. Thing here, I don't know irrigation what it is. I don't know if it's active, I don't know. I'm gonna cut around it. Alright guys, I've done everything on the back side that I can. I'll walk through there when everything's done, show you guys. So, you know, I'll walk through everything when it's all done. But this is the front side. These azaleas right here, all this is gonna go. Put my earplugs in my pocket here. So I'm not talking too loud. So all this is gonna go, all these azaleas and all this, whatever I can get up into that corner, all this is gonna go. I've opened all this up pretty good. We'll touch this up through here. But right here is where it's going to get interesting because I've got this fence here. So, you know, I told them I can get what I can. So I'm going to have to walk the machine. We'll come into this corner. I'll reach into there. And then on the other side of this tree, I'm going to have to just walk the machine and just get what I can on the other, you know, reach across the fence and try to reach down and get what I can back through there and just try to open it up as best I can. So that's what we got. So really pretty house. It's a historic house here. I think the landscaper told me this house was built in like the 1870s. I think that's right, like right after the Civil War, like 1873 or 5, something like that. So pretty old house, really pretty. This is a historic property in downtown down here, so kind of cool. So getting all this cleaned up so this lady can have a nice view of the street, and now she'll have a nice view of the river from the house, and this will all look really pretty once I get it all taken care of, you know, get what I can, and the landscapers will come back through and tidy everything up and, you know, tidy up around the trees and clean up all that stuff, you know. But if they had to do all this by hand, they'd have been here a month, you know, trying to do all this by hand, fight with all this crap. But now all they really got to do is just get some of the places I can't reach, maybe tidy up around some of the trees, and yeah, it might probably take them 2 days, you know. So big win on their part, so glad I could be here to help them out. So let's get all this stuff chewed up and make it look good. Oh, and y'all don't yell at me about mowing down azaleas. Golly, I get comments sometimes about mulching azaleas. Holy moly. Yeah, don't kill me for mowing down the azaleas. That's what the client wants, and I'm just doing what I'm told to do. You guys get in the comments, you just like, oh my god, you mowed down the azaleas, I hate this channel, I hate your face, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I know. listen, I just do what I'm told. I just take orders and move out. You know, it's what the Army trained me to do. It's what I do. Take orders, move out, draw fire. So, all right, let's get to mulching. All right, guys, this job is done. It was a job too. Good night. Again, wasn't able to get everything, but again, that wasn't my job to get everything. It was to get as much of it as I could, and I got a lot of it. I'd say I got I'd say 90-ish% of it, of everything they've got to cut, or that they had to take down. I got a lot of it. Now they're gonna have to come around here with the trimmers and trim off these vines and stuff and clean up around the trees. A couple of little small things they're gonna have to get around, like that pole there and that pole down there. Just clean up around them, trim a few of these branches. They've got a little bit of stuff to do, but they don't have a whole lot to do. We'll walk over here. I mean, not like they had before. I mean, this was just a wall of crap. But I got the vast majority of it, and that's gonna save them a lot of headache. They'd have been here for freaking a month trying to do this by hand. I got most of that stuff on the other side of the fence, what I could get, what I could see. Trying to mulch on this side of the other side of the fence and reach over was not easy, but I got the vast majority of what I wanted to get. And then this corner cleaned up nice. Got a nice view of the river down here now. They'll have to hand cut that thing right there around that old irrigation pump. I guess that's what that is. It had a sprinkler, or it had a thing, kind of water thing coming out of it. So I'm guessing that was something old for irrigation. I don't know if it's live or not, if it works. Yeah, this corner cleaned up nice. Got a nice view of the river up there from the house down here now. They'll have to clean up a little bit behind that fence. I was trying to walk down there and get what I could for them with that, but I just couldn't with and you guys can't tell it, but that's a heck of a slope coming down right there. If I were to reach over, it probably would have tipped the machine. It was just a lot of slope there. It was sketchy for me just walking down right there and getting them crappy azaleas that were half dead or whatever they were. So they'll have to come through here and cut these vines. Hopefully once they cut them after a couple of a year or two, a lot of them should just, if they're dead, if you cut them all at the bottom, they'll eventually just fall out of the tree. So that'll open everything up another year or two. That should look nice. So that opened up well. I'm happy with it. The owner, or the landscaper, came by about halfway through the job, and he was freaking ecstatic with everything. Ecstatic. So yeah, that looks good. This job was not without its troubles too. The wisteria in here was bad. I fought hard with the wisteria in here, and then I was in that corner over there. I blew a hydraulic line going to the mulcher in that corner right there. Luckily the Kubota place was 5 minutes down the road. I went and got a hydraulic line, or the fitting. It was a fitting that broke, so I fixed that really quick. That didn't take 30 minutes. Got her back up and running. So TMC did a great job in here with this. Really cleaned this up nicely. I mean, you can see the corner there now, and that's nice. So all right, I'm gonna load her up and we're done. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and can't wait to come back and after they do all the handwork and see what this looks like. I think it's gonna be nice. So all right, more stuff to come. I'll check you guys later. Bye everybody.